Okay, guys. I feel my skag hitting the rocks there. Look at pretty butterflies. You see that? Black and yellow. It's got like monarch butterflies. Doing some kind of dance there. I don't know. Oh, beautiful. The wind's let up a little bit. It's up to 9-mile-per-hour winds today. You can see we're moving a little bit here. Got a little bit of wind coming at me here. That skag rudder in the back that I put down, it flips over so that it's out of the way, and it flips down so that it's in the water. It helps track a lot. That is, go in a straight line. And that's one of the advantages to those. Because this boat doesn't really have a keel to it through the center. It don't have a keel, so you need some help in the back. I'm just going in this cove to look around. Now in the crossover too, the pedals, I adjusted my pedals. I got inside, adjusted my pedals, and then when you put your feet in, you want your pedals so that you got your feet on there and you got your knees bent, and your knees should come up here to the side right here, so that you wear the kayak like a pair of pants or a skirt, however you want to call it, and so when you turn your hips, the kayak turns with it. So I'm just floating around right now. Comes a bird. See what that is? Like a seagull looking bird. And see that wind? We're rocking. So much more fun to do your cardio and work out your shoulders and stuff like that in a kayak instead of inside of a gym. Isn't that pretty? What is that? That's a gar coming right here. Try not to scare him. Look at him. I don't know if you can see him or not, but he's about 2 feet long, gar. About 2.5 foot long gar. And there are plenty of those around. They're fun to catch, but they will bite your line because they got so many teeth. Okay, it's a pretty little place right here. I'm using a paddle called Adventure by Harmony, and it's a nice paddle. You can adjust it any position you want right here. If you want the ends right here to be symmetrical like they are now, or you want them to be offset a little bit. And when it's really windy, it's probably better to have them offset a little bit and cut through the wind a little better. But I paid like, I think this paddle was like $100 $110. This was way back years ago, and that was expensive to me back in the 90s. And but it's been a good one. You know, you get what you pay for. And a friend of mine, he had a kayak, and he let me borrow. He said take this paddle with you next time you go. And it was a carbon fiber paddle. In the 90s, that was, you didn't hear very much about carbon fiber. But this was like space age material back then. And so I took the carbon fiber, but he put it in my hand, and it's like, wow. And that's about all you can say when you first handle a carbon fiber paddle, because it doesn't weigh anything hardly. And I think it weighed 22 ounces, you know, like almost a pound and a half. It weighed like 22 ounces. And it was so light. I mean, you could take one finger and hold it like a straw, you know, and it was just so light. This one is fairly light. That's why I bought this one. But that paddle back then cost $300, and that was a lot of money. Today, that's like $600 with a paddle like that. I say between $500 and $600 you'd pay for a carbon fiber paddle. And I think 22 ounces is the lightest one they make, maybe. And that is really incredible, these paddles. They won't hear you. Look how pretty that island is. Man, it looks like it's manicured almost. I have a good chance of catching something around this island with that lure now. It's a little bit shallower, because I just cut through the very center of the lake here. I got to get a little closer. And with my skag out on the crossover here, it's really staying straight. Without that skag, the wind here would be blowing me in circles, because it doesn't have a keel on this boat. The skag makes all the difference in the world. And the crows here upset about something. So we've come from all the way back over there to the land over there. Oh, water's shallow right here. I'm gonna watch my lure right there. That's a nice little island.